Rob Sabin is a float pool nurse at Sacred Heart Medical Center, University District in downtown Eugene, Oregon. He's also oriented as a facilitator in the emergency department and serves as the house coordinator as needed. Rob took on a big challenge when he stepped into the role of the staffing committee chair when the Sacred Heart Medical Center, UD, was initially formed a few years ago. He's been the co-chair for 5 years now. So his staying power is very impressive. He's been in constant battle working towards safe and effective nurse staffing plans for the nurses and patients in this facility. As everyone watching probably knows, the Oregon law requires that all unit staffing plans consider tasks not related to providing direct care, including meal breaks and rest breaks. And this is a difficult part for many hospitals across the state. And Rob has been tireless in fighting to make sure that this gets incorporated. Sacred Heart was using the buddy system. And as many of you are aware, the OHA states that the buddy system fails to maintain unit staffing ratios during periods of meals and breaks. I'm sure all of you have experienced that before. So what Rob has done is he's been very effective at pushing back when administration attempts to circumvent the staffing law and the required protocols. He's worked effectively with the other nurses and the members of the staffing committee to create a united front among our members to get through the difficult and often intractable administrators who seem to have little respect for the staffing committee. So Rob's also worked great with us. I mean, we don't have to chime in very often. He usually just asks us for points of clarification, and he's just really been doing a great job leading that team. We got to have a chat about, I don't know, 9 months ago, and Rob had a brilliant idea all worked out in his head. He had a spreadsheet, so he was sketching everything out for me. And he agreed to put it all into a PowerPoint. And now we have a 103-page PowerPoint that we can issue out to any hospital in the state. And with a little modification, any staffing committee can use it to really push back on a staffing committee that's loaded with administrators that don't want to do the right thing. He has gone through an exhaustive study of putting in examples for multiple units. So you have case studies, he has the ORS is referenced in there. And so you can really see how to build a staffing plan that really takes into account the need for meal and break nurses using raw data and numbers that you can't really argue against. So not only has Rob done a great job bringing together all the different nurses on the committee from the different units to have a concerted front, he has done the great work of putting together this presentation that we can send out to anyone that needs it, that helps push that line all the way to where it needs to be so that our nurses can have the proper staffing in their staffing plan so that they can get the meals and breaks they needed. Because of all of Rob's great work, he is receiving the Outstanding Union Leader Award. Thank you for your work, Rob. We all appreciate it here at Sacred Heart Medical Center. And I'm sure once everybody across the system sees your PowerPoint, everyone in the state is going to be appreciating your work. Thank you for your help.